Hey, I'm a bit excited to be opening this thing. Been waiting a long time for this. About 27 years really. So this is an authentic puzzle box from the Hellraiser movie, from the original designer Sion Sayce. If you don't know Sion Sayce's name, you'll certainly recognize his work, his artwork. Perhaps go online and look for him. You will actually find his name on refugecollection.com. You'll also find Simon on Facebook. So Sion Sayce did the original design for the Lament Configuration. So if you've seen Hellraiser, and if you're watching this, I'm sure you have. This cube, called the Lemarchand, see, it's trying to get away from me, called the Lemarchand box, also called the Lament Configuration. This one's actually a squishy one from a friend of mine in the UK, and I love it. Created these from Simon's designs. I have several more, I'll quickly show you those. So, I have a couple of cubes to show you. So this one is the plastic Hellraiser cube from, you can hear it's quite tinny, it actually comes apart. Don't open the box! Alright, I'll open the box. There you go, so you can see it's shiny plastic. I've actually dry brushed this one to give it a bit more authenticity, I guess. But it doesn't do anything, this is the box that came with the NECA figures. If you collected those little figures in the blister pack, each of them had one of the sides of the cube in the first series, I think it was. So that's that one, so that's official. And then we have this one, which is from the Pyramid Gallery, and it's metal, very shiny, and plays some nice little music, which is great. Doesn't do anything else, but that's pretty impressive and wonderful addition to my collection. And I take this to conventions and things when I'm dressed in my pinhead garb usually. People love this one. So I'll just leave that to one side. And you see it spins if you put it down on the right surface. So now what's so special about this one? Well, it's not the official one from Clive Barker's marketing team, which is actually based on probably something closer to this, the squiggle box they call it, which Clive's had that on his desk for about 25 years apparently, and they made a model from it. Fantastic model. Unfortunately, I think it's overpriced, and it's based from the wrong model. It's based from the squiggle box, so not much we can do about that. But this one is from Simon's original designs. I believe he's gone back to the drawing board, redesigned it, or refined it rather, and made it crisper and cleaner, and then created the box. So, as far as I know, it's the first one in Australia. It's probably one of the first worldwide. It's one of the only few that Simon will ever make. One thing you should probably know about Simon is he's a very fantastic, gifted, talented artist. He's also unfortunately been diagnosed with an illness that probably means he won't be making many more of these, if any more. So the first batch has gone out, and this is one of the first and maybe the only batches, sadly, which I'm not pleased to say. But I am pleased that I got this one. And anybody that supported Simon and have got your boxes, I hope you enjoy it. And if you didn't, I hope you get the chance to get some more from Simon. So, without much further ado, Customs Declaration tells me it's a puzzle box, and it's the only one I'm expecting, so hoping this is from Simon. Yeah, it's actually been posted from the UK as well, which is where Simon lives. So I'm going to open this without any more ceremony than is necessary, because I can't wait to see it. Don't want to damage the box. Okay, so beneath the brown wrapper, there's a cardboard box in it with a sheath around it. No chains flying out yet, I'm pleased to say. Little piece of paper wrapped around it, which is a kind of nice touch. I'm not sure if that's intentionally there to give you one last chance to decide not to open the box, maybe. But you know what? I'll go for it. So I'm guessing the box is a commercial off-the-shelf thing that they bought to package these up. Again, a bit of caution: zombies may be ahead, or Cenobites from hell might come at you if you decide to open the seal with black and yellow tape. But be careful what you wish for. I wonder if Doug Bradley has one of these. Oh, if you're watching this, I'm sure you know who Doug Bradley is. The actor who played Pinhead in most of the Hellraiser movies. Not the last one and not the current one that's allegedly being made. So, I say allegedly because I've only seen one or two stills. So, okay. So first of all, thank you, Simon. Appreciate all the time and effort and energy that's gone into this, especially given your condition. And I hope this is bringing you some sense of completion, satisfaction, maybe some closure on a project that I'm sure you've been working on for a long, long time. I know I've waited for something authentic like this for a long time. So what do we have? Okay, some handwritten text from Simon, a rather nice little illustration of the cube sketched out, and some handwritten text from Simon, which I'll endeavour to read. Completed 29th of February 2016, so today is March the 8th, I believe, so this was not that long ago, just a week ago. And so it's called the Obscurite. Obscurite completed 29th February 2016. Obscurite sealed 1st of March 2016. And Sion Sayce's signature. And again, a nice little graphic. Thank you, Simon. Certainly treasure that for a long, long, long time. So this is Simon's, one of, I guess you could call Simon's legacy that he'll be leaving behind with us. And I don't mean the bubble wrap, obviously, but that's nice too. Nice to see it's been taken care of in the packaging department. Thanks, Simon, and to Simon's partner, Kathy. Alright, so here's where the fun starts. So beautifully wrapped in what looks like a stocking with a nice rubber band. So, nice little touch. My heart's beating here. Before I go any further, I just want to point out the t-shirt. So this is from Eric Gross's project, the Magnus Opus, which is part of the Followers of the Pandorics. Anybody that really is into Hellraiser cubes and configuration boxes and puzzle boxes, have a look at the Followers of the Pandorics. And yes, if you're a Doctor Who fan, you'll recognise the name, the Pandorica box. So there's a big overlap there between Pandorics, cubes, puzzle boxes. Okay, let's open this up. I feel like someone on a first date trying to get into the gossamer secret undergarments of the target of my affections, shall we say. So a middle seal, it's a bit like a mummy's coffin, a sarcophagus. We've opened 1, 2, 3 seals, 4 seals, and now this one. It is actually wax sealed. I'm loath to open it, but I really can't resist the temptation. I guess that's the whole appeal of the puzzle boxes, right? You just can't hold back. The seal itself is looks like it has Egyptian symbolism to me. It might be part of the cube's design itself. I don't recognise it. for posterity. If you can see that. Yeah, there's two ways to get into this. You break the seal, or you cut the wrapper. So now I understand this to be some kind of a bandage, and obviously that's quite symbolic, given the nature of the cube and given Simon's medical history. I'm going to try and do this without breaking the seal completely, but I'm not sure if I'll achieve that. If I take the bandage off, now that I've opened the seal, try to keep as much of it intact as I can. And finally, the box itself is revealed. It's a wooden box, exquisitely carved, without sounding too much like a commercial, but it is. Every detail from the original design is in here. Simon's actually stained this. You can probably just see that, I hope. It's actually some of his blood he's used to stain it. And unlike the squiggle box and some of the other replica boxes, every single little detail has been etched, because I said he revised the artwork. That was really to make sure that the detail came out. He didn't add or remove, as far as I know. He just made it more precise, or more likely to be caught up when the box is created. This face, if you've not seen it, this face is actually a hidden puzzle. It is a puzzle box. It's actually got 4 representations of the engineer around the edges, which you can't see like this, but when the box is kind of lifted and shifted into that position, you can see 4 scorpion type shapes, and that represents the engineer from Hellraiser, or from the Cenobite Hell. So that's the box. It's a piece of art, a piece of history, a legacy, and I'm just really glad, and thank you Sion Sayce, for letting me be one of the first people to see this and to have a copy of this. Certainly going amongst my treasures. Thanks.